So we're basing the county's budget on projected revenues of almost $12 million. And that's based on the property values and growth built into that. We each have 6 different equal constitutional offices up here that have to be able to spread $12 million around.
Flagler County is facing a $2.9 million shortfall as it prepares a $150 million budget for fiscal year 2026. Budget requests from the county and its 5 constitutional officers total $151.9 million, up 10.7% from last year. Projected revenue is only expected to rise by 9.6%. At yesterday's county workshop, officials including the sheriff, clerk of court, and tax collector were asked to help close the gap. The clerk of court is requesting a 32% increase, citing rising costs and the need for competitive pay. Other officers proposed smaller increases, with the sheriff's budget rising 13.6% to $52 million. Commission Chair Andy Dance said the county volunteered for a state efficiency review, but constitutional officers declined to join.
We're the first governmental agency in Flagler to submit to the governor to be part of the DOJ review process. As I understand, the constitutionals have elected not to join us on that. And it's voluntary, I fully understand, but if we're not going to work together in that team atmosphere, then how do we be able to approach our public with that same team mentality?
Commissioners pledged to continue working with all departments to address the deficit before the budget is finalized in October. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, June 10th.
From my reading of this, the sheriff's office has requested, it actually says, the sheriff's office has requested to integrate several of the City of Palm Coast cameras into Fusus, which is their real-time crime center platform.
Palm Coast Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri outlining a plan involving the city's surveillance cameras.
The Palm Coast City Council has agreed to a 5-year plan costing $304,000 to combine all of the city's surveillance cameras, including streets, parks, and other locations, with the Flagler County Sheriff's Real-Time Crime Center. While it sounds good, there are some challenges. Doug Akins, the city's Director of Information Technology.
I started with a request from the Sheriff's Office, and there were several ways we could integrate with them. From our perspective, IT's perspective, the safest way was to implement the platform ourselves and then share the cameras with the Sheriff's Office through the platform, as opposed to having another agency's equipment on our network that we didn't have any control over updates or taking it off the network if there was a breach. It can allow third parties through that access. So for us, from a security perspective, the best way to do it was implementing the platform ourselves and then sharing the cameras with the Sheriff's Office.
Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri has expressed some concern at the council meeting about who will shoulder the cost going forward.
But we wouldn't be spending this money had they not requested the integration, correct?
That's correct, yes. And there is the opportunity in future budgets to allocate that to the Sheriff's Fund as we allocate the other IT items.
So that was going to be my next question. How do we make this work out so that this is not an extra $300,000 into the sheriff's budget?
Yes, that is an option. In future budgets, we can allocate that directly to the Sheriff's Fund in our budget.
The City of Palm Coast will link the camera feeds with the Real-Time Crime Center at their choosing, opening the way to future discussion on the topic. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. In other news, the Palm Coast City Council will hold a workshop meeting this evening at 6. Topics include proposed updates to transportation impact fees, presentations from auditor firms, and overviews from the Fire and Parks and Recreation departments. Public comment will be taken at the start and end of the meeting. Proclamations and awards will now begin at 5:30 ahead of business sessions. If you cannot attend the meeting, watch live on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel or the WNZF Facebook page. And finally, mark your calendars. The United Fourth celebration is set for July 4th with a morning parade in Flagler Beach and evening fireworks at the Flagler Executive Airport. For full details, visit palmcoast.gov. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.